So, you're a dog owner in Hooksett, and you're thinking about finding a trainer. It can feel like a really big decision, can it? Well, we're here to walk you through it step by step, so you can find a professional who's the perfect fit for your dog and your goals, and feel really confident in that choice. Just picture it, taking a nice, peaceful walk along the Merrimack River, or maybe visiting the village center without any pulling, lunging, or stress. A well-behaved dog just opens up all the possibilities to really enjoy everything Hooksett has to offer, together. But when you start looking around, it can feel a little overwhelming. There are so many trainers, so many different methods, so the question is, where do you even begin? Let's break it down and get you started on the right path. Okay, first things first. Before you even start Googling specific trainers, it's really helpful to understand the basic training styles and the types of programs you're going to run into. This is the foundation for making a great choice. Today, the modern humane standard for dog training is positive reinforcement. What this really boils down to is building a strong, trusting bond with your dog. It's not about being dominant or the alpha. It's all about teaching your dog what you do want them to do and then rewarding them for it. It works so well because it motivates your dog to choose the right behavior. So what does that actually look like day to day? Well, it can be as simple as using a treat or some praise for a good sit. But it also builds up to those really critical skills, like a reliable recall, which is so important for safety on local trails. This whole approach creates change that actually lasts because it's built on good experiences, not on fear. Next up, you'll need to think about the format. Group classes are fantastic for socialization and for teaching your dog to focus with other dogs and people around. On the flip side, if you're dealing with specific issues at home, like, say, jumping on guests or rushing the door, private sessions give you that one-on-one attention right where the problem is happening. You'll also see a third option called board and train. This is a more immersive choice, where your dog actually goes and lives with the trainer for a few weeks. It's an intense, accelerated program that can be a great option for owners with really busy schedules or for tackling more complex behaviors. Now, this is really important. Whichever format you lean towards, you have to avoid any trainer that uses fear, intimidation, or pain-based tools. These methods are not just outdated and unethical. They can actually make behavior problems worse and even create new anxieties. Okay, so you know what you're looking for in a training philosophy. Now let's get into the practical side of things, how to actually research and properly vet the local trainers in the Hooksett area. You're going to see a bunch of acronyms after trainers' names, and it can look like alphabet soup. But these are your first clue that a trainer is serious about their profession. A CPDT-KA, for instance, tells you they've passed a comprehensive exam on training knowledge. An IABC-CDBC is a certified behavior consultant, the kind of specialist you'd look for if you're dealing with more complex issues like severe fear or aggression. Let's talk about cost. For a single one-hour private training session in the Hooksett area, you can generally expect the price to fall somewhere in the $90 to $150 range. This gives you a good baseline to have in mind as you start your search. Of course, most training is sold in packages, so here's a quick look at some of the average costs for different types of services. As you can see, a 6-week puppy class is in a completely different ballpark from a 2- or 3-week board and train program. This chart should help you match your dog's needs with your budget. All right, you've done some research, you've found a few trainers that look promising. What's next? It's time for a consultation. And to make sure that conversation is really effective, you'll want to go in armed with the right questions. Think of this as your interview cheat sheet. You want to ask them directly about their training philosophy. You'll want to inquire about their credentials. It's also key to confirm they'll create a customized plan for your dog's specific needs. And, of course, always get a clear breakdown of the costs and cancellation policy. This checklist will help you feel prepared and confident. Training doesn't just happen in a class or in your living room. The real test is out in the real world. So let's connect all of this to these specific rules and resources we have right here in Hooksett. These are the fundamentals of being a responsible dog owner in town. Your dog needs to be on a leash and under your control anytime you're off your property. A current rabies tag is required by state law. And hey, excessive barking can be considered a nuisance, so that's something good training can help with to keep you a great neighbor. And this is the fun part, putting those new skills into practice. You can take your dog to some fantastic local spots. The Hooksett Dog Park is a perfect, safe, fenced-in area to work on that recall. And a place like Heads Pond Trail is ideal for mastering loose leash walking with plenty of real-world distractions. So, what does it all come down to? Well, getting help from a professional trainer is a huge piece of the puzzle. But as you can see, the daily practice you do on your own is almost just as important. Combine that with good socialization and knowing the local rules, and you've got the complete recipe for a happy, well-behaved dog. At the end of the day, making this decision isn't just about fixing a behavior issue. It's an investment in a better, happier relationship with your dog. It's truly the first step toward a future filled with more joy, less stress, and so many wonderful adventures together, right here in Hooksett. We wish you the very best of luck in your search.